Welcome to the Deadset show.
What's going on? How are we?
It's been a hot minute. It feels like. Well, it doesn't really, because you've been streaming like
Yeah, man,
constantly.
I've been non-stop. I've been here. I've been around.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been the one hiding.
I know. I've been hiding
You
away.
fucking sneaky bastard.
I know. Not watching the most recent game stream on what game was it? It was
Black Myth Wukong.
Black. That's right.
So
Black Myth Wukong.
Disclaimers before we get too far. First off, the views and opinions of the hosts and the commenters of the Deadset show do not directly represent the Deadset show itself. Viewer discretion is advised. There will be swearing on this show, and there will be drinking.
Yes.
Please drink responsibly. And
shout out to Copacabana Cellars,
yeah, thank you to our sponsor, Copacabana Cellars. Please go there if you would like a drink at any point. Remember, cash is king. Drink responsibly.
Yeah.
And if you're under 18, responsibly don't drink.
Look, Jesus drunk responsibly. His whole time he was around here. You know, turn water to wine. Still drunk responsibly.
This bastard.
You guys can do it. I believe in you.
So, also, this show is meant for entertainment purposes only. Any comments, jokes, directives meant are purely for entertainment purposes. They are not actually directed towards anyone in particular, any groups in particular. Please don't take anything as such as anything along the lines of hate speech. Albo, leave me the fuck alone. Yes, please. Just give me some leeway here, all right? Yeah. Let me talk, you prick. Yeah, we're pretty much free flow. We're free flowing a fair bit of stuff at the moment. There's a lot going on, and there's like almost nothing really too specific to delve into directly.
Yeah,
I did have a little gripe, what grinds my gears.
Send it. I'm all ears.
Tell you about
that. I'm all ears.
And I was hoping that we could hear what our commenters say about that too.
100%.
Again, as always, Duffy's will be the voice of the commenters. Please direct any of your hate towards him, not you know.
No, I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit. I'll be your vessel of voice.
Just throwing him under the bus.
Yeah.
So please direct anything towards him, and thank you for being here if you are.
Yeah. Shout out to our, of course, our very loyal followers, Jack and Davey. Thank you so much for. Oh, that's a headset behind me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I missed you guys too. 100%, Davey. Missed you. Thank you for tuning in. Jack, love you. Thank you again for tuning in.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to you guys. Cheers. Cheers to you, Jax. No, it's always exciting when we do our streams.
Do you want to hear this gripe?
I'm really keen.
Okay, let me know what you guys think. So, this is a slightly hard one for you to really grasp because you're more for public transport. You don't spend a lot of your time really driving in particular. You use public transport.
Yeah.
So I will tell you now, as somebody who does a good couple of hours travel, typically at least over an hour's travel to and from work to get, into the city and towards northern beaches sort of thing, where in like the coastal area, New South Wales. To get to where money's decent to be able to work. This is more of a DIY area where we live, and it's the same plotted around a lot of places where we sort of live. You either have the choice of traveling up to Newcastle if you're going to do if you're a tradie, like small business owner.
Yep.
But the majority of the work's going to be where the new builds and stuff are, where the good money is. So that's going to be down towards Sydney or up towards Newcastle. Now, travel is the biggest differentiator for a lot of the work that you do, whether or not people actually do it, even people's attitude for work. Like, I know people who are like great tradies who just don't give a shit, like sometimes, and they just do a half-assed job simply because they're just so pissed off about how long it takes to get to and from work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now,
I've seen that.
I posed this question. You not even being like super familiar with what our local council spends on roads and services like that annually, you can instantly just know by common sense and just basic consensus that there's billions spent
Oh yeah.
yearly in Australia
Oh
on
yeah.
new roads.
Not
On
to I've like not to say I've always been on it like as much as I go on public
but
transport
you're always on the road.
I'm always on the
You
road
see the
too. Like
traffic too. Yeah,
I've traveled a lot
yeah.
around Australia.
So
100%. So yeah, I
and you
can see
notice we're
that
constantly
absolutely.
making more. We've got to make the roads wider and wider and wider,
Yeah,
right?
to be able to fit all the traffic because M1 is just nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, M 100%. 100%.
If you've ever spent a considerable amount of time traveling on the motorway, or even just like
Also, turn your mic up, Jax. Davey said. I think maybe we should talk louder, right? I don't know. I feel like, there you go.
If you've ever spent a considerable amount of time on the motorway, you will have noticed that people don't obey basic
Oh, they
road
don't.
decorum,
It is.
even just on main roads.
It is like no, 100%. I feel like it is like the jungle when you're. It's like the concrete jungle,
And no love in the jungle.
right? 100%, 110%.
But
It is like
it's not even like that. It's not even like it's kill or be killed. It's just
no. That's
it's
people
not.
act so carelessly on.
Yeah, it's
Especially honestly, if you go from Central Coast drivers
Yeah.
to Sydney drivers, I'm not trying to be discriminatory here, Sydney, but it's a big difference.
See, what I find
There's
mostly is
a big
this.
difference.
What I find mostly is this, right? Is Central Coast drivers take their fucking time,
Yeah, that's
and Sydney drivers
they're
get to where they need to go, and they don't have time for you to fuck around. See,
yeah,
what's happened is they've spent a considerable amount of time where things are fast paced and quick, and you need to get to where you got to go and do what you need to do. Whereas that starts to even out down when you get into like kind of really this coastal area, because like I'm
yeah.
a
The
country
coastal areas
person.
are very
When you go out the country,
Oh,
you better not do 20 under the limit on a main road.
yeah,
You better get the fuck out of the way.
yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah, because
but when there's a
everyone's trying
school
to
zone
get
around,
through.
you
Yeah,
slow down. When there's
absolutely.
houses and school and kids and parks and stuff around, you slow down.
Yeah,
But you do not you definitely don't do 20 under the fucking limit on a main road where someone can't pass out. That is just the
no, yeah,
rudest thing you can
100%.
do out in the country.
Yeah, 100%. I can see like I've like traveling as a kid, going all around the coast, like a lot of the coastlines of Australia, I would say, but then even in areas where like you're just, it's almost like, it's not as populated as a city. It's the country,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, 100%. I can 100% see that.
So we can agree on two things already now, that
Yeah.
we spend a lot of money increasing road sizes to mitigate for the traffic.
Yep.
And we can agree that, well, there's so many points to this. There's only like a few that really kick it, but there's
Send 'em
there's
home,
so many
brother.
points to this.
Let the poet cook.
But
100%.
we can agree we spend heaps and heaps of money on this, and we can agree that most people don't obey basic road decorum, right?
Yeah, hey,
See,
yeah.
it's my opinion that the road is where civil society should most shine, because
Yeah,
we're
and be
actually all in
congruent.
control of deadly vehicles.
Yeah.
And we should be able to
100%.
obey the laws to a T and have decorum and civility with each other, and be able to like navigate this path of going 60 kilometers an hour in a fucking 2-ton mow down machine, and not be able to have anyone hurt, but still have everyone get to where they need to go.
Absolutely.
This should be able to function the best
absolutely.
if it's a society. So another point to it is, what we can say is that there's definitely we see cops hitting up people for speeding, people for faulty headlights,
Yep.
people for, not blinkering or missing a turn or something like that. There's lots of things that we've all engaged with police nicking people for. And look, don't get me wrong here, I'm not griping with the police one bit when I say this. What my gripe is with is whatever commission then tells them what their main goal is to do.
Yeah.
It comes from it's a police commission that then gives them all their fucking
Absolutely.
what their sets are that they have to actually
Yeah,
achieve.
yeah.
So
yeah. And
I don't
is
really
that really
blame
fighting
them.
the crime,
And
right?
that's-
Like, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, is it like I get like, yeah, maybe a headlight
my point
make
is they're supposed
navigating.
to help society
Yeah.
function well, and civility in society. It's supposed to help civil society and make sure people obey the rules.
Mm.
What, like, It just seems silly to me to, and look, don't get me wrong. Definitely, if someone's not registered their car or something like it, look, you got to stop people what you stop them for.
Mm,
But what I just don't see is that like you should be seeing cops like constantly on the side of the road having pulled people over because there's a reason constantly to.
yeah,
Because you
there is.
driving a
Yeah.
ridiculous speed underneath the limit in the right-hand lane, if it's a two-hand or three-hand lane sectional, it means you're clearly too incompetent or you're distracted, you're not paying attention, you're not acting, you're not behaving, and you're not fucking operating the vehicle at the same
Mm,
standards as everybody else around you or what is considered as proper basic
yeah.
standard to be able to
Yeah.
operate that vehicle.
Yeah, exactly. No one's really. Yeah.
If you can't
I,
obey a
I,
basic rule of keep left unless overtaking, you're not fucking there enough to drive safely.
yeah. Yeah.
If you can't do that, what are you going to do when someone comes fucking hurling around the corner because their brakes fucked out and they can't fucking stop?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be able to react and make the right decision?
No.
Probably not, because you
Yeah,
can't even consider that you're fucking just sitting there going, and looking at your phone every 2 seconds or having a conversation with someone while you're doing 15, 20 Ks under the limit in the right hand lane. And someone is in the left hand lane doing what they should do next to you if they want to go under the speed limit that far and keeping out the way. But you're fucking trapping everyone behind
Mm,
you. And what we do for this causes traffic. This is where
yeah.
accidents happen.
Yeah.
Because people get too frustrated and they want to get past. And I almost don't blame them. I've
Mm,
never had one of these incidents, but I honestly almost don't blame them. It's these people that drive in these positions that are actually too incompetent, the ones that slide out on slippery corners, the ones
yeah.
that tag people in fucking parking lots. These are the people that have the accidents.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is what causes traffic. And look,
Yeah. You're right.
accidents are going to
Yeah.
happen, but this is actually the majority of it. So instead of the government putting out messages on TV like we do with, violence against women, Australia says no. Instead of us putting out messages like, hey, be considerate on the road. You're in a 1-ton killing machine. Obey the road rules. Keep left unless overtaking. Don't get in people's way. Blinker at least 30 meters before you make your turn, and optimally, approximately 30 meters, right close to that rough range so people know you're not over blinkering and turning beforehand. Like, think while you're driving. There's people about, like, people are trying to get where they need to go and do what they need to do. And there's people around walking around, and you could kill them if you're not awake enough to just obey the most basic functions. Then you really should consider whether or not you should be on the road with the rest of the people.
Yeah.
They don't put these messages out. It's as simple as putting out a public message. Hey, keep left and less overtaking. Want to get to where you want to go? Sick of traffic? Then obey the road rules. Done. But no, they put out public messages for every fucking thing else. No pirating movies, no doing this, no doing that, all the rest of it. And then they spend all of our fucking money putting in an extra lane, which takes them 10 times longer than it needs to because
Mm,
they pay fucking public servants instead of subcontracting the work out to small businesses and them getting the work done properly and getting a fucking profit off of it. Instead, they take their bullshit fucking payouts from wherever section and they fucking send local councils and full-time workers on, which just fuck around all day.
yeah.
They take
They do.
10 times as
We
long
lost a
to
lot
get
of
it
our
done.
money in the council, didn't we? Like, wasn't that was
Shitloads.
Well, in Australia, you've got like let's just hypothetically put a realm like this is the setting, right? For Australia, for our council, there's like something that is like a one, maybe two-man job, and I've seen it easily on trade work sites. So people are a lot of men are very capable in that area too, because of their strength. And then what they do is instead of just going, yeah, let's like not spend so much money that it like ruins all of our, like it just spends all of our money just carelessly.
So
They just send like 8 people out to do a
Here's
1
the
or
thing.
2-man job.
Instead of spending Greg that's been doing asphalting and concreting for the last 10, 15 years, and he's just a small business and works with his son or another friend or has a labourer, instead of a local in the community that everybody knows doing his job and fixing the roads and building the community that his family's going to grow up in, instead, we'll get some fucking idiot from backwards fucking Wollongong, Turramurra that's had to drive 4 hours in a truck with 6 other dickheads so they can come fucking do it and then fuck off back home.
It's what it is.
And they spend 6 times as long doing the job and do 6 times as worse of a fucking job. And by the end of it, they're as dozen times more as fucked in the head.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Yeah, no, it's
I'm over it.
bad. We spend way too much
millions.
on what just what we deem is like, yeah, these are the roads we have to drive every day to earn the money because,
Yeah.
like, right?
I
And
put to you could spend a tenth, a 100th, just a fractional value of the money you spend on increasing the roads, on introducing public service announcements,
yeah,
and a fraction of the fucking time that you spend dealing with people that speed and all this sort of stuff. You could spend a lot of the time that cops spend just patrolling around looking for someone that's, like the worst of the worst. They could actually spend their time doing something productive in between if the fucking commission would say to them, hey, these people that cause the traffic that are going to pull them up and give them a fine. They need to learn. Like we're paying for this. You're paying for this too,
yeah.
Mr. Policeman.
There's
Your
just not even
tax
a
that they take out of your pay,
yeah,
that literally goes towards us building these increases in roads, paying these idiots that work at half pace because they can, and fucking somebody else copping a fucking payout along the way, instead of it going towards small businesses and
yeah,
people being able to build their own communities, and our fucking tax money going to something useful.
yeah, yeah. Literally, because that's where it just got blown. A lot of our tax money.
Yeah. Oh, there's 6 idiots taking up 3 lanes.
Yeah,
Let's not pull them over and give them a fine. Let's give the guy that speeds past at 20 over a fine because he has somewhere to be. Let's give him a fine, and then let's build another fucking lane for $60 million.
yeah.
That's a great
Yeah,
solution.
it's a great resource gather right there. Like that's what it is. They're just farming people in a way,
Yeah.
right? Let's just farm them of their.
It's the
We'll
dumbest
create
fucking
it.
thing in the world.
We'll
Oh,
create
I
an
wonder
accident.
why there's more
Yeah.
traffic. Oh, I guess there's just more people on the road and stuff like that.
And-
No, no, no. There's less basic fucking intellect and decorum.
Yeah. We'll create a problem, and then the solution that comes out of the problem, we'll charge the solution too. And you're just like, what?
And you know what? It comes from a complete lack of leadership in
Oh,
the beginning. It comes from
or
a
the
lack of
symptom. Sorry,
leadership.
I meant symptom, not
Look,
solution. But yeah,
I
continue.
think Obama as a president caused a bunch of fucking problems, right? I'm not a big fan of him when you look into it, but I do give him credit for a couple of things, right? What he did do was effectively address and communicate and connect with the people. That's why they
Yeah.
voted him in. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah, 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 yeah.
a majority voted
He
him in.
was
He didn't
like
get there
a
any illegal way. He obviously did something right.
yeah.
I just can't agree fundamentally with his politics.
Mm.
But along the way, he was able to connect with the people. And although I don't agree, I think he did genuinely care about his country and just wanted to lead things in his own way. And that's better than you can ask of most.
Mm.
But what he would do is he would actually make these public announcements and make sure that people all seen them and get across to people. See, the outrage about ICE that's happening now, it was happening for a little bit long ago when he was in leadership. And what happened was he actually made he has a speech. You can look it up at any time if you want. He makes a speech to the people where he says, look, this has to happen. It isn't a right of people from outside the country to be able to come in and be able to receive service from us, but it is a right of our citizens to be able to have, effective border control and effective immigration control. There's people that are waiting in line and doing the right thing that want to come here, and we shouldn't let people who want to jump and skip the line, regardless of their situation, be able to skip ahead of those. It's unfortunate, and unfortunate things happen, but the American people don't need to pay the price for what's happening everywhere else in the world, especially if it's going to drastically negatively impact our citizens. And everyone went, fair enough. Like, fair
Mm.
enough. And everyone shut up about the immigrations. 3 fucking million of them happened.
Yeah,
And
more.
nobody
Yeah,
whinged.
yeah. No one
No
whinged.
one whinged but what it was because he made a service announcement. He actually said, look, this is an issue. And my gripe with the leadership constantly in Australia is that they don't fucking connect with the people.
Yeah,
Look, it's a problem with democracy fundamentally because
absolutely. Yeah,
see, this is weird. I'm almost like, fuck it, bring kings back to a degree, because I don't think you can ever really have a solid, good democracy and things running, because
it
someone's gonna have so much of a gripe with your views on things that it's just never gonna be. It's, you know what I mean. You're constantly gonna have this back and forth backlash, and at some point, you just need to really like conjoin and figure out some way that's just like you can just elect someone as a leader. They can lead for a long time. You don't need to worry so much about that, and you just lock down the rules and keep them the same, and you put it to him, and argue it, and you have actual like debaters and logic, like people of fucking reason come in
mm.
and discuss this. and
Yeah.
let him come to a consensus on that.
Yeah, yeah.
That would just make so much more sense than
Yeah.
having this thing, because no
It
matter what you do, no matter what you fucking do, no matter who comes in, it's just going to be drastically pissing off someone to some degree. And at
it
some point,
always
we just
will.
need to be like, all right, well, too bad. That's not how this country is. This isn't, it ends up being too black and white.
Yeah.
There needs to be a clear message, and clear messages from leadership towards people about things like this can do a shitload of difference to just save us money, to keep the
Yeah.
country moving better. Just a simple public service announcement from, even as much as I fucking hate him, but our current Prime Minister, if he just made a public service announcement and just said, hey, look, sorry, he doesn't sound like that. Hey, look, if everybody just paid a little bit more attention on the road and thought about what they were doing, and keep left instead of when you're not overtaking, then everything would go a little bit smoother. Now,
Dude, that's perfect.
it's about right, I reckon.
Jax, I would vote for you.
Look,
I'd vote for you.
Look, that would be great. That would be honestly one of the fucking most efficient things any leader has done for a while. I don't know. What do you guys reckon? What do you think? I think it's a pretty legitimate fucking point.
Well, let's read the comment section, right? We've got Jack agreeing with saying to us with the council thing. He said, "My dad was a council worker. I can say lazy as fuck." I can confirm someone else in my. I know a couple of people within my family that have done that, and it's they say it's everyone you just go out there and just hang out in the car and wait for people to do their job, and maybe just do 15 minutes of digging.
Yeah, see,
not even.
And that's very different. Like my dad owned a business, but he would subcontract work out sometimes to like local council for like, say he did some of the fences and stuff for like some of the public schools. That's local council domain. Now he'd bust his ass and he'd do a good job. And it wasn't like he didn't make he made all right money, but he didn't overcharge like a prick, because somebody could just look at it and go, that's a ridiculous price. And they could compare it with everybody else that was quoting, and they would take who seemed like, whoever was making the decision would take whoever seemed like the most professional in price and everything, whatever they'd make the decision. But it would go between small businesses, and it was good. It was work for him. He got to feed his family.
That's what needs to happen way more often, right? Like these when we're having these people who are just part of a whole congregation, and we call it the council, and they do all these things. Like, shouldn't actually the money go back to the taxpayer? Right?
That's the whole fucking idea.
Yeah. And then just at the end of the day, if you're good at what you do, or even if you're, like, these people can study you. They have these things, right? And they can see maybe from your reviews, like you've got over 4.5 reviews on your your business page or something. They see that there is actually
then what does
some solid organic community growth to see what this person can do. Then just go, he is considered this, that, or whatever, and let's put him out as you have a trial job or whatever. They can still do a little bit of these inductions.
Yeah.
Right. And then all it is just, all right, we're going to put you out there and see how you go. The government can do that to these subcontractors, right? Or we'll just,
subcontracting,
right? And then at the end of the day, if they do a good job, guess what? This guy gets to live with maybe the gratefulness he has where he's in a position where he can do this for his society, and also feel like, hey, I'm actually doing something
here. You
here.
get two major benefits. You get the heartfelt benefit you're talking about, where it's like he gets to actually be the person that builds his community, but you also get this major benefit then.
Yeah.
Where what happens with the money that he makes from that job is, well, this is good. Business is growing. I'll go to the local tool shop and I'll buy some tools, and that will feed the local guy that owns the tool shop.
Right.
And you know what he'll do?
Look where that money goes.
He'll do fucking money towards people that make tools or do stuff locally in the industry and stuff. And you know what will happen? That will grow. And then people from overseas might buy tools from that tool shop and such. And then we're just bringing in fucking currency.
Yeah.
This is what we need.
Absolutely.
Instead, we'll just fucking hire people and we'll say, you know what? We don't care how fucking lazy you are. We don't care how slow you work. We'll make sure we put 20 of you on the fucking job. It's just you have to pass a piss test every fucking 2 weeks. It's It's the dumbest thing ever. Because you know what?
Mm,
You can bypass a piss test.
yeah.
There's many ways to
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
get through a piss test.
Yeah,
Most
absolutely.
of these people are not actually giving their own piss.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I've heard stories. Oh, I 100%. I 100% can
I
see
just look, and like nothing
exactly where
against
you're
them.
coming
Take
from.
what you can get in this economy off the government. To anyone that like worked for the for council, I'm not like you're the fucking assholes in this at all. I think honestly, take what you can get. It's a
Yeah.
fucking good paying job, and you don't have to break your back. There's plenty of people on site. Oh, good. Like fuck,
You
take
can
it.
you
My
can
problem is that
yeah.
it's being offered.
Yeah, exactly
My
right.
problem is that it's there.
It's being offered and
And
people don't realize what the other people are using to abuse the
exactly.
system
Look,
and say, "Oh, nah, we can't do," and just slowly convincing
yeah.
the higher ups that yeah, you need 8 people to deploy to change a
Yeah.
light globe in
And I
a
do
street
believe
light.
that
Like
there reaches a certain point in certain contexts of things where you can no longer blame the consumer as
you
well
can't.
as the
It's
producer. Like I think
because
in
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah, yeah.
instances you can.
Well, yeah, it's a
In
both.
some
Yeah,
you
you're
can.
both doing. You're like I
Like
can see it.
say you live in a small neighborhood, right? And then one
I still
person rocks
blame the
up and
puppet
sells
master.
crack.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But
Like
sorry,
the 3 people that start buying, I'm gonna be like, dude, why'd you start fucking buying crack off that guy? Like
yeah,
fucking stop. But in the context of say like that guy's been there for fucking ages and he's been doing it and there's always been crack addicts and I just moved in and it's been a rampant in this neighborhood for ages.
mm.
Well, I'm not going to go off at the crack addicts for buying him anymore.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
need
It's
to do
like this
something
is.
about the crack dealer.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's
He's the
different
source.
context.
Yeah, exactly
Is why
right.
women go, oh, well, men consume the porn. Oh yeah, well, fucking
You're
half of women are on OnlyFans.
Well, it's there's a
What do
lot.
you mean? And guys don't want to date women
Oh,
on
yeah,
OnlyFans.
yeah, because
What?
it just makes us feel like,
So
hey,
there
let's
reaches a
cuck
certain
simulator.
point.
That's what it feels
Yeah,
like.
there reaches a certain
I
point where
love
I
that
won't
China
blame
banned
the
that.
consumer.
Yeah, honestly, I love that China banned OnlyFans in their country. It was a thing. That's unreal. You helped the family unit tenfold.
They did.
They
did.
We've got Jack saying 15 men to mow a lawn. Yeah, literally, man, 100%. We've got Ella Jack 2 saying, "Hey man, what's up?"
Sup.
Welcome. Let's see, and then we got Davey saying, "Yeah, but some people will not listen to what he has to say. Look at the Tylenol thing." I think this is to do with
What's the Tylenol?
Obama. I think
Tylenol.
I sort of
I don't know
I put
anything
that to
about
Trump,
Tylenol.
but well, to at least what he's
Send me some linky poos and I'll suss
Yeah.
this out. This could be fun.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's my gripe. I think it's a ridiculous spending of money. I think when I see things happen that are this ridiculous, and I think I am a year 10 dropout with I don't have a genius IQ. Like you got to get to like 140 to start being like in
the genius area.
the 140 is like in the gifted area and stuff. Like I'm not up there. I'm not fucking. I'm not crazy.
We should you know what we should do is we should live stream an IQ test.
That could be fun.
Really put us out in the ether.
But yeah, look, it's really hard to get a good accurate one. I know
I
a
know.
place where you go get one done.
Okay.
Like you literally.
If we could film in that, even better.
I could ask.
That would be amazing.
Maybe
we should do that.
It
Just put ourselves like
I know.
I'm going to be humble here, Jax. I know you have a better IQ than me. I know. Like that. I'm not praising you. I'm just telling you the truth.
It's not fun.
You're like, how do I stop the thoughts?
It's not fun. You ever like, people like look at birds and they're like, I wish I could be a bird and just fly away free. I look at those fucking Down syndrome people making chicken and failing and be like, oh,
that's
that
awesome.
looks so good.
Yeah,
I
no,
would
because
love to
I
be
think,
like
honestly, I think honestly the superpower is generally, like, I'm going to tell you, like, because people will help you because they'll just think you're so dumb. But being dumber is almost the smarter thing to do.
Oh,
if you think about that, right? Just like if I was too dumb for my own good,
ignorance is
then
bliss.
someone's going to help me. This sounds so bad. But someone's going to help me in my endeavors because they know how stupid I am just from the get go. And they're like, well, now like I can just see the fact. Let me just, and then you just get catered to.
The problem is I'm not smart enough to like. See, like here's the thing, right? It was explained to me really good. It was like you're smart enough to dismantle people's arguments and use logic against them and win basically any battle of wits against someone. But you're not smart enough to understand when to fucking drop it and when they're too stupid to understand they've lost. You'll keep fucking continuing beyond, and you're not smart enough to realize like there's no winning this. Like there's no like there's a story.
There's no
about
gotcha
this, right?
at this end of this thing. It's still gonna just be like
there was a story
right?
that was told to me.
This
This summed it up really great.
This
This is a great story. This was told to me, and I really tried to remember this in hard times. This is great.
Yeah.
So there's a donkey and there's a tiger. Okay.
Okay.
There's a kingdom of animals. Everyone fucking gets along together, and the donkey goes up to the tiger. Is just resting, chilling, doing his own thing, laying down the grass. And the donkey goes up, acts like a fucking dickhead, and goes, "Ew, the sky's green, the sky's green."
And
the tiger goes,
the tiger, sorry, is just like,
no, it's not.
Yeah.
And the donkey goes, "Yes, it is. It's green, it's green." And the tiger goes, "It's fucking not." The donkey persists, and the tiger gets more and more and more fucking agitated. The donkey just won't leave the tiger alone at this point and continues to persist that the sky is green. It seems to just revel in the anger that's developing in the tiger. So instead of ripping the fucking donkey's throat out like the tiger really wants to, the tiger goes to the king lion. And the tiger says to King Lion, "Look, you're reasonable. You're the leader of us all. This fucking donkey will not shut up and keep saying the sky is green. He keeps fucking saying the sky is green." And the donkey's here with a big smile on his face, hands behind his back, twinkling around like a fucking smartass the whole time. And the lion goes, "Donkey, fuck off, get out. Lion, you've got a few days of community service to do. I want you to start doing these things," and starts naming out some chores for him. And the tiger goes, "What the fuck? Why are you fucking punishing me? That fucking prick said that the fucking sky is green. It's clearly not fucking green. What is going on?" And the lion goes, "You're a tiger, mate. Why are you arguing with a fucking donkey?"
Yeah, shoot. That's true. That's deep. I see that a lot in society.
I have to remember
I'm sure
that
you guys
a
can
lot.
come up with any solutions to that total right there. That, yeah.
I have to live by that. I have to remember that a lot when
That's fair.
times are tough.
That is fair too.
You guys heard that one?
That is fair too. Yeah, honestly. We also have Davey saying people listen to Obama, not Trump. He said that maybe Tylenol may be dangerous to pregnant women, and a bunch of women went out and ate a bunch of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah, exactly. I think he was definitely influenced a lot by. It was horribly fucking learned in the whole medical field of things and how to deal with it. Like the whole Obamacare thing. Obviously, everybody knows was just it is
weird because it's
terrible fucking flaming shitball.
It's like what I see on the left is it's just pro hate Trump. And I get like, okay, yeah, maybe from what if you were the goodies and you were the left and then you were seeing Trump as this like ultimate dictator or what have you. It's like, no, you just don't like him, but his policies are helping save a lot of you guys. And if you don't like it, just like Charlie Kirk said, leave. And I'm sure these Americans who hate Trump absolutely hate him, like, and it's their personality.
Yep.
I'm sure, and you can prove me wrong, right? Whoever's watching this, but I'm sure a lot of them, they just,
At the end of the day, they hate him because he's a great example of democracy. He's a great example of not even democracy, but industrialism. Of like, he's a great fucking example of like conservative values. He is the things that they're against, and that's why they hate him, because he's a clear example. Because at the end of the day, what the major people that are screaming, if you actually get down to the core, I do my investigation. I try and hit people up, argue, do some debating.
You do. You're
nobody
very
wants
interactive with the
nobody
community.
Wants to fucking,
and
nobody wants to sit down with me and fucking.
Yeah, you get it. You invite people to a lot of just
a lot. I've tried to tee a lot up, and people
Yeah,
just
we want people on
bail,
the
hey.
show, and then or we go on their show, right? Or
People run like I'm gonna
and
have
they
to
just
start.
run.
I'm gonna have to start
And
wearing
it's
a
left.
mask and
It's
using a
all
voice.
left leaning people,
I
right?
have been now banned from multiple groups from commenting.
Isn't
Yeah,
that crazy?
like
But-
haven't sworn, haven't broken any rules.
Yeah, no, because I've seen
Just been
your post.
banned
I mean,
from
if you
commenting
yeah
by the admins
Yeah.
because I've directly argued with their points.
yeah, and then they just go see ya. So it's like,
And these are debate pages.
wow, isn't that?
These are debate
I think-
pages.
I think people are too scared. Like it's when we're in front of a camera, like we're putting ourselves out in the ether. It's not like it's the easiest thing in the world.
It's a prick.
It's because you've got the world watching you, right? But like, if people are so strong in their values when they want to debate a certain topic, why are they just, especially on the left, why do they just bitch it like the last?
Yeah, well, they'll run because they understand that at the end of the day, it comes down to this, and this is really what it is. There's two main points to the people that hate Donald Trump.
Mm.
Prove me wrong if you'd like. They want socialism, and what they mainly want out of that, and what they really mean by that, is they want a society where they do not have to do an equivalent amount of work for what is provided towards them.
Yeah,
They don't
they
want
just want
that.
a safety net that
They want something where
provides
they
for
can
all of
do
them at the same
minimal
time.
work
Yeah.
and maximum fucking providence for them. They can get all the things.
Yeah. It's not even. It's just bad for society.
That's
if you
just,
want your
they
society
just
to
wanna be
grow,
lazy, and it doesn't work.
yeah, it doesn't work.
Two, they don't have any decent of an intellect, and part of that is because they don't realize that socialism doesn't work. Because if you put it as simple as this, right, I can just give you the most basic example. This is so quick of why
Yeah.
socialism will never work. Right?
Yeah.
Instant thing.
All right.
If
I'm ready for this.
if there's no competition, there's no competitiveness. If no one can make more money than the next, all right. If we all just have to put in equal value and get something, when will the next gaming console come out? And who's gonna do it?
Yeah. Because
And why would they
They
do
do it
it
because
if they're
they're
gonna
just gonna
get the same amount of money
Right.
as the next person?
have fun, right? Like that's
Why are they gonna do it?
Yeah.
Will they get to retire and then just
Yeah.
play that forever because they provided to everyone?
Yeah.
No, that
No,
won't
no,
happen.
that's
No,
not
they'll
happening.
have to. No.
You have to come. Like no one's going to come up with anything. No one's going to be innovative. Everyone's just going to feel the
Yeah.
same. You're all going to feel like more of a rat race
Yeah.
when we say, "Oh yeah, society's like a rat race."
How long do
It's
you
gonna
think
feel
phones
worse.
are gonna? How long do you think the government's gonna provide phones to everyone so they can comment and argue with the government? Do you think that's gonna happen?
Mm.
Do you think without an independent company that's like doing phone services and phones is like? Do you think the state and the government's gonna provide you with options as to how to communicate and criticize the current government and be able to talk about news and points and things? And did you really think that? Do you think that? Okay, I shit out my mouth and eat up my ass too. Great. Fucking idiot.
Bang,
It doesn't work.
Bang.
They're just stupid if
Yeah.
they want socialism because it just doesn't even work. It's
Yeah.
just a fallacious want
it-
in the first place. It doesn't work. So
Yeah.
two, one, they want socialism because they want to be lazy. Two, that they're not smart. And an example is they want socialism.
Mm.
That's a great one. And three, they want to be degenerates. It's just the end of the day.
Yeah,
They just
yeah,
want to
yeah,
be
yeah.
degenerates.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
want to be able
absolutely.
to fuck whoever they want, whenever they want,
Get
have
praised
fucking
for that.
do all sorts of gross, grotty shit, and they want a shameless society is what they want. And that's all it is. Because a conservative value, to some degree, is shame. You shame someone that's shameworthy,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
being
yeah.
shameful, that's
Yeah.
being less than decent.
If you don't feel shame on something that is so bad for
important.
society, shame doesn't steer you in the
They want
direction
a
of
shameless society.
having the realizing moment of going, oh yeah. Like what if your kids, when they're growing up, right, you have kids and they have done something that is absolutely horrible and you need to steer them in the right direction. We can think of it a lot of different analogies in that. They have to feel that shame. It's in order to grow. If you don't, and you just let's cut off. It's like cutting off all your emotions, severing them at the umbilical cord of your emotions.
It's
really,
severing
and it's
your
just
own connection
yeah.
to like having a moral code or value to your own conscience,
Yeah.
really, because that's really what like its shame is. It's your own conscience telling you you fucked up.
Yeah,
And when you think that that's bad, we need to eliminate that. That's bad. It's like, well, let's just take it the full mile. Like like if we live in a socialist society where morals are all just subjective and everything's free, like what the fuck is stopping me from just like picking up a machete and just like whack, whack, whack. Like I just want to stop. Are you trying to control my body?
Mm.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. This is my body, my
You
right.
fascist.
Yeah,
Nah, kill fascists. Like
yeah.
it's just you can just use the
It's
same
like
argument.
the point. Yeah,
And it's just again, people have pointed it out. It's useless pointing out now, but I am going to say it. It's just if the majority of the right acted the way the left did and used the same value structure and the same moral code the left did, they'd all be dead.
yeah, 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 yeah,
The right
yeah.
would have killed them all,
Yeah, well, people. That's the thing is
but
that
they don't live by the same moral value.
yeah,
The
right.
left are just cowards
Yeah.
and they're weak and they don't have the actual ability to literally slaughter the right. But I feel like the right,
Well,
good majority, if it
that's the
came to
scary
that,
thing is, and I don't want to incite this at all, but I think America will get into civil war.
I think so. But this
And
is
you
why
know
we
what?
have laws.
Unfortunately, in those circumstances, and I pray to God this does not happen, but unfortunately, if we put both the right and the left in a scenario where there is literally a battlefield of them going against each other, unfortunately, the left do not make it because we have all the right-leaning people that are going, yeah, we have our guns, blah, blah, to protect themselves for maybe situations like this. Is why they have an amendment, and then amendments, right? Like we're going to obviously see that there's going to be a lot more democratic non-gun owners, and unfortunately, this is the game. Like they have these amendments and they have this free, and this is like the free, speech and all that, and having to be able to protect yourself in that way. There's all these, yes, rules, but if you cannot live up to the rules that can protect you in the society that makes those rules, you will die.
Yeah.
You will die.
Yeah.
Even in situations where you have such political discourse, and it's sad. I don't want it to happen, but I can see this just the wheel steering into that direction for America. It hasn't been this worse in so long since the last Civil
Yeah.
War.
And we've lost humble ability in the West as like just as a virtue, just to be humble, just to be like, you know what, this is like people can't just be like, you know what, the concept of what you're talking about, like a lot of the concepts of politics, and it just goes over my head.
Mm.
I can't really understand it that well. I can't go into super detail about like these things with you, or like the people that just can't even just fathom basic like laws of logic.
Yeah.
Like just basic.
It's like a tiger talking to a donkey, isn't it?
Like
That's what it
the
gets to.
law of
That's exactly what your
identity.
point runs around
A
back to.
is A. Like,
And they're like,
is a woman a
and they're
woman?
like,
Oh,
W,
a woman
and you're
can
like,
be whatever they
whoa.
want. And we so A is not A. So the law of identity is broken. This doesn't make any logical
Yeah,
sense.
and if
You're
you can't
fucked.
have a coherent conversation with those types of people, it's not. Reality has changed for them. Their reality is just shifted.
Well, this is the tiger versus the donkey thing.
Yeah.
This is the tiger versus the donkey
the
thing.
reality
At
is
some
so
point,
different.
if people don't start stepping down and realizing like, oh, I'm the donkey, I need to shut up. If you keep pushing the fucking tiger too far, like at
That's
some
what's
point, he's gonna turn around and fucking eat you.
Mm.
Like if
And
you
this is
keep
what I
going
think-
beyond and beyond, at
I
some
think
point
that
you gotta just
analogy-
step down and be like, I'll let the tigers fight this out because they fucking get it, and I don't.
Yeah, and I'll let the analogy. Yeah, that's where it goes now. Is like that. Honestly, I can see that analogy hit Democratic America. Is they're the donkey. I'm sorry, but it's true. And yeah, like there's those different forces of each sides, but we actually tend to see more coherent and better conversations with discourse when people are more right-leaning.
And unfortunately, you know,
In America,
this is really harsh, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Like I'm always considering religion, doctrine, God. It's really hit me.
We got him, boys.
It's really. I've always been.
I'm kidding.
I've
I'm
always
kidding.
done
No,
that,
you've been like that. No,
it's definitely hit me like a thought was like, was Charlie Kirk's death like the punishments the fucking lion gave to the tiger?
Yeah, you could say spiritually. Yeah, 100%.
But I mean,
was
it directly?
Was it directly?
Like I questioned myself. Was it directly? Was it like, if I could pose the question to God, it would be, did you fucking let him die? Because you're like, why are you even fucking arguing with them? Why are you even doing that? They're too stupid to, like, of course they're just going to feel like you're making them look stupid because they are stupid. There's
And
no
then-
way to not make them look stupid. You can't relate to them. Do you get it? They're not the
and-
same as you. Like,
Yeah, and in the
I wonder
Bible,
if that's what it is.
well, in the Bible it says, they'll hate you and they hated me and killed for it, or you killed me for it, which is, basically like a quote from Jesus in a way. And the same thing goes as well. It's like, yeah, the world, like, if you spit the truth, the world will hate you.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, is that eventually that's the law of the nature of it.
It was enough. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't the world, but I guess it was
But,
enough
yeah,
to spark that. So, yeah.
Well, when even in the Bible they say, are you for the world or are you for heaven, right? And so if you're for the world, you're not for God. And so when I say that, even, it goes as deep as he was for God, and the world, who actually aren't for anyone, like who at least has a strong moral value that can stem from what we deem as a religious religious point of view, which it goes to what is it, Andrew Wilson saying that objective morality comes from religion.
Well, you can base your morality objectively in a few different things.
Indeed,
He
yeah,
just
yeah,
chooses to base it objectively into that. Because that is it's a written down fundamental thing that everyone, he can't change that. He can't change. He doesn't have the power to do that. So that's objective for him as a moral code. That's how that works, just logically.
Yeah.
Our viewers get this, but this is the problem. You can't get it through to people. So fuck, at some point, is it just like, oh, I don't know. You got to try though, because it's like, what's the alternative?
Yeah.
Like, kick them all out. Like, you can't do anything fucking horrible. Like, you don't want to go killing people or anything. So it's like,
100%,
what's the alternative? Like, you just got to keep fucking doing constant mental war with people who are mentally retarded.
Yeah, out in everyday society where you work, people, just constantly.
I guess if nothing else, it strengthens you. It just pushes you towards making better fundamental arguments.
And it comes to show as well, is that if you actually all truly value these same things that you value, you're going to live better congruently. Like, I would say, like, a left-leaning man and a left-leaning woman would probably get along a lot more, even though I think a lot of those times it actually doesn't work out for far left-leaning people in relationships. But the thing is, it's like, you see that and the values, like, yeah, they're just going to share the same values, same as a right-leaning person and his his wife or whatever, like a woman and a male, like, they both, you'll live together better in a relationship, in a marriage, if you share the same values, and that goes and scatters with all of, like, a lot of friendships as well. But even so, what's crazy is the right-leaning people will still keep the left-leaning people in their life and not shame them for it and go, oh, they're I don't care, right? Let's still be friends.
So I think I need to start doing that.
But the left-leaning people will shame you if you ever have a different thought that's other than theirs.
We've gone wrong.
In terms of political views, it is like, oh, you're like, but they will shame you in a way of going, I don't want to see you anymore, goodbye. And you're like, oh, so you just don't, you'll just scatter people along like that, where even so, I find the right-leaning people just get along with society a lot more.
See,
and they don't have emotional breakdowns.
I think we've gone wrong there. I think we've gone wrong from your perspective. I can tell you right now, Rachel Wilson is like the greatest fucking female on planet Earth.
Yeah,
clearly.
shout out to Rachel Wilson.
She's great because she can literally cite things off the top of her head. She can cite frequent fathers of the church that have been documented over the last few hundred years. She can cite things of the Bible. She can make a really good argument towards the fact that it's actually wrong of you not to directly shame and forbid these people, that you should actually. She brings up like things that say
I do agree.
There's something in the Bible. Fuck it, I'm definitely butchering, misquoting, but there's something in the Bible. I haven't read this bit, and I've read 3/4 of the fucking thing. But there's something in there that literally supposedly says that she says, fucking, you should be striking them in the face. Metaphorically. She says striking them in the face with fucking blah 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 blah. But what it's metaphorically saying, you should be
sort of like
vicious about it.
Yeah.
She's saying like you should be like, she says like you should be striking them in the face like with
Christians
your fucking,
are taught to hate sin but love the person, right?
Yeah.
So 100%, because you want that sin to not be in this person's life because you can see it's destroying them mentally, physically, and as a Christian in that spiritual sort of, you can see their spirit is just getting halted. 100%. I agree with you. The only problem is with the left, they will just get rid of you. Like you're not in their life
Yeah.
anymore. Whereas the right will still help them with logic if they're your friend. But a lot of the time, like as soon as I went right leaning, a lot of my left leaning friends, if
Or
not,
run away.
or just run away.
Don't worry, I know what that's like. I was right leaning when I was in like early high school before I even knew what politics was.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, it was just you, right?
I was already there. I already copped it.
Yeah.
Already
I will
copped it.
say, Davey was saying about Obama. Said people listen to Obama, not Trump. He said that. Oh no, wait, I think we read that one out.
Yeah.
Jack said cowards act like they yell from afar.
Mm.
Yeah. And then Davey also said socialism doesn't work because I'm not doing anything harder than serving fries if I get paid the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, I crawl through 40, 50-degree roofs at like half a meter heights and install 120 kilo units, suspend them on brackets and such, and then tape up like large fucking insulated ducts connected to them and cut out holes in the roof and crawl into tiny little crevices and poke holes to spot and bang and sit there with my head faced up against gyprock dust and everything. Like, anyone that wants socialism, and here's my honest regard, I think that you are a self-absorbed fuckwit
Mhm.
if you're for socialism, and I will completely take that back if you come and work for me for one day and do what I do. Just one
It's a good
day,
offer. That's a good,
you
yeah.
come and work for me, and then you tell me straight to my face that you still believe that everyone deserves and that you and I should get the same pay, and still somebody needs to do that job. Because there's no easier way to do it. It's not like you could take more to it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
It's still just as fucked.
Yeah.
So you come and do that, like offers out, like I'll pay for your lunch for the day. I'll come pick you up. We'll drop you back home. No worries. All good. But if you come and do one day of hard manual labor with me in a hot fucking insulated roof where there's fiberglass insulation, you're breathing it in, and if not, then you wear a mask and you get sweat rash all over your face instead. So most of the time, you just suck it down, just huff it in your fucking lungs. You just deal with it. You're fucking itchy all over. You're sweating bullets. You just feel like you're about to pass out and die. And you've got to haul around large pieces of sharp metal while you're sweaty and easily open to cut. And you got to fucking cut open fucking bits of wood and bits of gyprock and install things inside there. And then you've got to put all your gear back on and come back down out of the roof, looking real well put together, look all schmick, be fine, and be able to talk to a customer like you didn't just get out of a fucking sauna while you were doing manual labor.
Wait, no, dude, being like pouring coffee is harder.
Oh, clearly. Look, there's so many
Right,
hard
but
jobs. And there's
you
one's
can
harder
tell
than
I'm being
mine.
so sarcastic in that moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's like, dude, like,
It's
or
the
like
stupidest
serving
thing.
some KFC chicken's harder, bro.
There's no
Like,
tradie
what?
socialist.
And
There's
then
not one tradie
Yeah,
socialist.
right.
There's not
You
one.
could, yeah, right. And the crazy thing is, yeah, like, what are we just gonna? Let's put doctors in the mix.
Yeah,
Let's put doctors in the mix.
There's not one business
Now,
owner socialist.
this doctor gets as much as someone who's pouring coffee. He's like, maybe I should make my life a bit easier and just pour fucking coffee.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait, no, now everyone's preferences of jobs are going to shift like a cyclone. And then it's all going to land at the same spot. Like just like the most easy jobs, and then all the hard jobs, no one's in. And then your society just goes, hey, let's crumble. And even if socialists were like, no, maybe we'll keep doctors as one of the things they get high paid, and then the rest of it, it's like, oh, so you're saying that this doesn't work? Because at time, if we're gonna have to now name all the let's say objectively hard jobs, and then go, oh yeah, maybe they're exception to rule, they're exception to rule. Now you're starting to peel the faults off you because you realize, oh wow, I'm full of it.
And what now? Is there a waiting list for those jobs for those of us who are like really highly ambitious and
Right.
want to make more
Yeah,
money?
this guy's like, yeah, I just want to.
Now do we have to compete for it?
Yeah.
Sort of
No.
like,
I could just go be a doctor right tomorrow, right? If we were in a social society.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
That would be way better.
And then I will just butcher everything. You will get like infections when you're coming for a health checkup, bro. That's what I don't know what to do. But let's do it. And then
just
you can
doesn't
say, oh, there's a
function.
curriculum and blah, blah, and this, and there'll be certain things in place. Dude, No one's gonna want to do that. I'll just keep serving chicken,
Yeah.
bro.
It's just basic commerce. Everything that we have, the reason we've progressed is literally because of the system we've made.
Mm.
And socialism's the opposite of that. Just won't work.
It just won't
doesn't
work.
make fucking sense. But
Yeah.
I need to pee, so should
Yeah,
we do a
we'll
quick
go on
break?
a little
And then
little
I've got a
break.
couple of videos we can have a look at when we get
Yeah.
back, and then we'll be close to end. But yeah, thank you for being here. We'll be
Yeah.
back very soon.
We'll catch you guys very soon. We'll be back in a jiffy. We are back.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Yep. We got a couple of little videos ready. Just a couple of little laughable fucking idiots doing idiot typical shit.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
I actually haven't really seen these videos when only just slightly when we were setting up the audio.
Oh, I have like a I have a basic save system where like if I see something that seems like something that would be good for the show, I don't typically watch the whole thing. I'll just clip it into a certain file. And I'll save it in. So
yeah,
there's
no,
just
cool.
a couple of quick little tidbits.
You're an organized bloke. Before we get into it, we'll read the last of our comments. It was just Jack here saying you can't argue with Nazi communists. Back to what we were saying.
Yeah, you can't.
You just can't. No, you can't. Isn't it weird that the people who point out the symptom are the symptom? Right? You think about this. Nazi, fascist. Like you're like, yeah, but look what you're doing. Like I haven't. What? You know what I mean?
I literally got banned from a leftist and like a left versus right debate page by one of the admins who was a fucking leftist, and because I was saying that somebody's post was ridiculous because they were claiming that the right was fascist. And I was like, well, how exactly is it fascism? And then I named a bunch of fascist fucking traits that the left is producing right now.
Yeah.
And the admin decided to come in and fucking basically looked at one of the points that I did, and we went back and forth a couple of times, and I was like, right, so what about it just defended like one of the points I made, and went, right, so what about like what are the fascist traits of the right, and how does that compare to all of these other traits of the left? And then they just got mad and started saying that I was the fascist, and it's just me turning them around, it's just using words I don't even understand what a fascist is. And I was like, I've literally just like named like every possible fascist trait. Like,
yeah.
What do you mean? I'm quite learned in this actually. Like,
and you would have given him the analogy, like it's the Jax analogy, like
so,
you know what I mean,
yeah,
like
I was pretty good with it. I'm always respectful.
That's
when I
your
talk to
like
people online.
Exodia, but it's in a good, it's a healthy Exodia.
Yeah, I'm great at analogies. I'm good with that shit.
It is.
I was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
perfectly just up for a debate, and then they restricted me from commenting, which is funny because like,
isn't their whole spiel about debate?
like halting speech is like a pretty fascist thing to do. Because like I was also in the midst of like having a debate with two other people on there.
Yeah.
And like it's not like they just discontinued the debate with me. They decided to ban me from commenting on that page and having debates with other people.
Wow.
Fascist.
That is isn't that weird? It's like, hey, you
say something that makes sense, you get a couple likes,
they
and
have
people
a platform,
fucking hate you for it.
Yeah, they have a platform for these type of discussions, and yet, hey, you say things that we don't like, you're out of here. You know
That's
what?
gnarly.
I invite any left-leaning person here, say whatever you want. Come here and debate with us. We're not going to cancel you. We're not going to just cut you off when we feel necessary.
Yeah. We're up for a discussion. We want it.
But when it's
such not there to be had, it seems like
it's tigers arguing
donkeys.
Exactly right.
Here's a great example.
Yeah. Well, just before we get into it as well, Davey did say, funny how a mod claims you're a fascist and silences you, right?
Oh yeah, gnarly. Yeah, I know, gnarly. And like I messaged other moderators and stuff and just got like nothing back. It was clear to me then that it was actually just like a completely leftist run debate page. But the thing is, this has happened like across the board with like the amount of people that I've had, like where like I'll see like somebody put up a contentious post and then I'll see a bunch of comments like, you know, like going for it for some type of leftist view. And I'll debate a certain point to like, you know, like 6, 10, like sometimes fucking double digits, like 15 of them at a time if there's that many comments on there. And like it's a debate. These are debate pages. They're for it.
They're
Like I'll
for
just
it.
want
That's what the playground
open,
is, right?
yeah, I'll just want open fucking communication.
Yeah.
And the amount of times people have decided to, instead of addressing my points, be like, why do you comment so much on things? Or who cares? Or fucking, I don't
It's
care
like,
what your
why are
opinion
you?
is, bro. And you're like,
What?
or they just don't respond. And you're
Yeah.
like, what's the point? What's the
Yeah.
like, these are the people, like, that's what they think, like, a debate is, as being like, Donald Trump's a fucking pedophile. And then you're like, okay, has he ever been convicted of, shut up, I don't care about your opinion, he's a pedophile, and that's that. Okay, like,
Like, can we not
is
at
this
least have a
is this
discussion?
okay? If
Yeah.
you can just be not, well, I don't need to be civil when people are protecting pedophiles. I don't need to be civil when people are fucking outright lying. Why don't I just beat the fucking shit out of you?
Yeah. Or, I mean, even so, look at what your side's doing. And we will say, you've got this LGBTQ flag, right? You know that the pink and the baby pink and the baby blue color, that triangular stripe that's on that flag, is for inclusive MAPs. You know what MAPs stand up for? I'm sure you do, Jax.
Minor attracted persons.
Bingo.
It's fucked.
And we have them all on those woke
It's fucked because I
stores.
have a really, like, look, I have a very nuanced view on this issue, okay? I'll give you 2 quick points. One, I think I think what's his name again? Who's Nick something or
Nick
else?
Fuentes.
Fuentes. I think he says a lot of shit just like Donald Trump did in not Donald, just like Andrew Tate did in his beginning, where he's saying outrageous shit just to get more clips and more views to build a following. I don't think he fully stands on some of the things he says. But one thing that he has said recently that I can actually get around to some degree is there's a big difference, and there is a big difference between people like sex trafficking in 5-year-olds for pedophilia and these people that have gone to city areas, and there's girls that pretend like they're 19, 20, but they're actually 17. And these guys sort of know, but they offer them a shitload of money and they go, do you want to come to the island, and blah, blah. These girls are underage. They're not fucking little children. Now, they definitely shouldn't be doing what they're doing. That's 100%. That's clear as day.
Mm.
But it's one, like, in the same way that if somebody has a fight with somebody and gives someone a black eye, you don't say they cut open their fucking rib cage and rip their heart out of their chest.
Yeah.
That's
Hey.
just overproduction of it. And constantly going on about fucking kids, when we know for a fact that the majority of these girls that were found out to be underage were in fact, like, literally in places where they're trying to make money using their body, or they're trying to get into Hollywood scenes, and they're willing to do whatever to do it. They're not being tricked into anything either.
Mm.
Like, yes, they're only 17. You know what, women? Stop going on about how you're so much fucking more mature than men.
And the crazy thing is, right, you think, all right, like when the left says there's a propaganda machine, are you not witnessing what Hollywood is doing en masse with what they influence against what
That's
the
all of it.
opposing side do not like? And a lot of people on the left do not like what Hollywood's doing
Yeah,
too.
That's all of it.
And so it's like, okay, then if you can see that, then you can see that, oh wow, the Democrats like spent millions and millions of dollars on what, Cardi B trying to up the fucking Democratic Party. Excuse my language.
But then it's the worst thing in the world when Nicki Minaj actually comes out and says, you know what? I actually agree with conservative values to a degree. I know what I've done for music and stuff. This is what I actually think.
Mhm.
And tries to, like, direct her followers and her community in a way that she wants to. Like, it's the worst thing in the world, and she's
Yeah.
a Nazi and all the rest of
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
crazy. Like, nobody, like,
Because the difference is that the Democratic Party hired Cardi
they
B,
literally paid her.
whereas
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj is
Minaj
giving
just
her
chose, she chose to, now I'm going to put this myself out in the public space of expressing my political view, which will split my fans. But she's gone and looked at this and gone, but those fans that are involving themselves in absolute degeneracy, and you can say, yeah, maybe she's not the greatest advocate for it, but at least she's trying to do the
At
right
least she's
thing.
trying to do something now. It's a big difference.
And we can see the family values that come from her. She's a mother, right? She understands because she's lived these values. And we just, for some reason, just point fingers at the people who are like, guys, I've had a family. You don't have to worship your job. Like, family is more important than anything, at least for females as well, because it's, it's this, males do this and that when it comes to the perspective of, males have held jobs in this, and the patriarchy did this, and we couldn't vote till this. It was only like 10 years before women could vote before the man, right? Like, it only took about 10 years.
Yeah,
But the thing was because
it
wasn't that much. It wasn't like this big oppression. Like, not every traditional man that you can think of in your head, you just think en masse it's just happening that every man is just beating on their woman.
It's been overblown. It's been way overblown.
We had a good congruent society. Anyway,
my second point onto that. So the first point was, Nick Fuentes, what he said is fairly accurate, actually, what he says about the whole, look, there is a difference between underage girls that are there knowingly knowing what they're doing to a degree, and they're still doing something wrong, but there's also a big difference between that and like little children. Like that's obviously like there's a massive fucking difference.
Yeah.
Massive. And both wrong, but overstating it to try and push that point is just the same thing the left always does, which is just make fallacious arguments like, oh, it was just an innocent bystander journalist. Like, no, he wasn't. He kicked in an ice car. Like, she was just an innocent mum on her way back from dropping her kid at school. No, she wasn't. She was blocking the road from ice trucks. You just make fallacious fucking arguments. So, one, there's that. Two, people are afflicted by things, and like this has been really hard for me to come to this. This has really only been something that I've come to terms with in the last like a year. It's because it's always like grown up with the same thing, and even me, I've been the advocate for like kill pedophiles. People are afflicted with like all sorts of fucking shit, and I don't think that we're actually doing it right. I think we still have a mad rife problem, and I don't think the way that we're going about it is actually doing any good. And what I would wonder is if instead of us having constant culture of just like kill pedophiles, we instead had a culture of some people are addicted to minor people. You're not allowed to do that. You can't date minors. Too bad. But what you can do is you can go to this social group that will stay between you guys, that has like a low sect of the government that looks over and funds that, so that these people have a support network where they can go to and talk to each other and get advice from each other and talk to other people that are afflicted with the same fucking affliction that they have. And I feel like that might be better than these people feeling like if they speak at all about what runs through their mind, then people are just all going to fucking pounce on them and their whole world's going to end. And in the end, what they do, like serial killers, because this is the whole this is the whole mind frame of serial killers. They get to the point where they just go, "Fuck it, then I'll just do it. I'll just do it because I can't live with this affliction of want to do this thing, and everyone's gonna kill me as soon as they find out what I'm like or what I really want. So I'm just gonna fucking do it, and fuck what comes after." And that's the issue. Whereas we see these people that have like massive alcohol addictions and could at any point just say, fuck it, I'll just down the whole bottle. When they have people to talk to from their support networks that understand what they're going through, they don't fall back into it as much. And I just feel like this might actually be a better route. And instead of us having
like
a culture of just like
a thing, right?
Because I just think, I don't know. I just think
like in churches, we all just say like if that affliction is what we say sin, right? Is it you're going to be flawed, but you know what, you can redeem yourself. And if you do the right things and you stay true to knowing and hating your sin and doing something about it.
And wouldn't it be much better? Wouldn't you think that children are much more safer in a society where these people could actually go to an organization where then the local police know and the local government know, but it's illegal to tell that just, because and there's no constant behead all pedophiles and everything online. And instead we actually know who the people who are kind of afflicted with these sorts of thoughts are. Because like, I thought about it like this the other day, right? Like I thought, You ever just like someone said something to you or done something, you just thought, oh, fuck, I could just behead you. Like obviously I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, but
Like,
you
and I
have
just
those
thought
thoughts come into
maybe
yeah.
it's the same.
Mm.
Maybe it's like they just have this thought of like, oh fuck, that would be nice to touch that kid. Nah, I wouldn't do that.
Mm.
And then it just builds and builds and builds
And
and
gets
builds
better.
and builds.
Yeah.
Because they don't have this, and it just builds on. And it's always the weirdos, like like what I think is there's probably plenty more people out there we know now because the Epstein list is out. But there's probably plenty of people who have functioned well in society that also have some sort of attraction to fucking young people, and like to some degree, it's like I understand the nature of it in which like we've only really had this rule where it's like 18 and above for so and so many years.
Yeah,
Like,
but when you
you're
go through
attracted and you want to do this from
Well-
puberty onwards.
Well, the best logical thing I can come to terms with that is, and I'm not saying I would act upon them again, I'm like you, but the thing is, I can see that where guys hit puberty, let's say they hit it a bit later than women, and they do, in their teens. When they do, they immediately start becoming attracted sexually to things.
Yeah.
And so that actually, like, that doesn't just deteriorate, and that gap just slowly comes with you.
Yeah.
You're
Because look, I've done the research. People don't realize like the people that are attracted, like that have been found out and attracted and done things to like babies and infants.
Yeah,
and
see,
stuff.
that's
That's fucked
that's
up.
like demonic,
That's
man.
such a
That's demonic.
You actually
yeah.
don't realize how small of a number this
Oh wait.
is.
Oh, a lot of Black America aren't there because of abortions. Isn't that bad?
You don't realize how small of a number this is actually in comparison to the whole pedophilic, like the actual convicted case of people we have. It's actually typically, mostly, of girls of like some type of region of like they've hit puberty. It's the same thing. And look, it's the same that we see over in fucked up fucking eastern fucking desert ass fucking countries where they still allow child marriages.
Yeah.
But
Muhammad, he got married to, is
A
it
9-year-old.
Aisha? A 6-year-old consummated the marriage at 9, consummated again. Yeah.
You know what's funny about that, but
With her
that
dolls.
even brings my point into context is that these fucked up people like him, like someone who would do that, these fucked up people are obviously afflicted by some type of fucked up affliction where they might just want to fucking smash a whole bottle of alcohol or fucking kill someone or something like this. And the best thing we could do is instead of being like, you reveal yourself and you're fucked, instead, we give them somewhere where they can go, where they can have sort of a support network and their own community of people. And at the end of the day, we would be better off and safer because now not only does one person know what's going on, but 20 other people with the same affliction know what's going on. And they're going to vibe off people at the best of times because it works the same as how I see like the alcoholic thing works. Like you don't call one of the guys from your fucking Alcoholics Anonymous things and be
go,
like,
"Let's
dude,
get
I'm
on the
about to
piss."
just smash a bottle of fucking scotch. They go, dude, don't do that. That's not it.
You have a
Like,
support network, right?
it's very different
Yeah.
to like just being like, fuck, if I and this is what happens. These people just go, fuck it, breaking point. Like instead of having someone they can talk to about like, because I could understand like I've been for years, like I wanted to be a psychologist for ages. And it was in my mind that if somebody came to me and they said they're a pedophile, I was going to lock the door and just kick the shit out of them. I wasn't going to listen to them and be like, I'm going to understand you.
Yeah.
I was just going to be like, if you told me you're attracted to little kids, I was just going to lock the door and just kick the shit out of you. And then where I'm at now is I'm like, if you tell me that, I'm going to want the police to know. I'm going to like, want fucking, especially people with kids that I know about, like I'm going to want communities to know. But is kicking the shit out of you, like, why do you deserve that if you've had thoughts of this but not acted upon it? And I've had fucked up thoughts before and not act. Everyone's had fucked up
Everyone
thoughts
does.
before.
You have
Everyone
bad
has
thoughts,
had
you have
fucked
good
up
thoughts.
thoughts.
100% in the
And
most simplest of terms.
And I just wonder if it's like, it would just be a way more effective way to treat the issue and would actually give us a listing of people for the right reasons. You know what I mean? So we could keep control of this. Like, I don't know. I would happily pay for a sect of my fucking tax money to go towards funding a fucking,
People who have those.
a minor attracted fucking anonymous group
Mm.
where they fucking go and they have fucking someone that oversees it and fucking
If
talks to
if
the
the
police
system worked
and
very well,
yeah.
right?
And there was nothing that then afflicted, like they didn't, they didn't straight away, like, there was certain things that went, okay, we're not gonna, you can't live super close to a school or something like that, but they could set these things up for them, the
Mm.
government could actually assist them, be like, all right, well, look, we're gonna help you, we're gonna provide the extra fucking, if we're gonna provide people that don't want to work at all, if we can provide someone that wants to bust their ass at work at least, or they want to do something productive in society, and it costs the extra $10 a week for their rent so they can live somewhere where there's no kids around.
Yeah.
I would rather that than us not do
Mm.
that and something happen.
Exactly right. This is where it comes to the opposing side of the left and the right, is that the left will go, oh, you're a pedophile, but you're with us. Take pride. And it's like, no, whoa, hold.
Yeah, how about
Let's step back.
how about instead,
How
like,
about
if you've done
let's
something
fight
wrong,
that bad indictment in your heart. Let's fight that sin. Let's
Yeah.
fight whatever that is, and maybe we can make you a better person for society.
like, yeah, and look, don't get me wrong, what my opinion on top of this is, I think if you have actually enacted upon this, if you in the same
Yeah.
way that if you have killed someone secretly, you should go to jail for maximum time for what
Just
you've
to
done.
save what
That's
the public,
it.
the
You
public
need to cop your
safety.
punishment. You need to exactly.
There is a punishment
you're
in
not
there.
safe.
That's why
You
we
need to
have
fuck
laws.
off.
That's why we have judges. That's
But
why we
if
have
you've
lawyers.
had bad thoughts and not acted upon them, then I consider you a person with control.
Yes. And that
At that
can just
point.
start from a segue.
That's
If
just
someone's
like-
going, oh, wait, this person believes I have control, let me do A, B, C, D,
Yeah.
and someone believes in,
Yep.
and
You
that's
can
a crazy
go to
thing.
a group of people,
it
talk
doesn't
to them.
take
You can have
much.
support people. You could have, like, you know what I mean? You could have people that you could fucking talk to that have the same afflictions then, and they
Absolutely.
would. Look, if it works for Alcoholics Anonymous and it
Well,
works for
does
the
the-
guys in prison
Mm.
that commit crimes, if it works in every other aspect that we do this, why would it not work in this?
Well, you look at, right, and I'll agree. You look at at what helps people in jail, what helps people through AA, what helps you through these massive sins of life. I kid you not. The biggest thing that's ever helped is literally believing in a higher power. That's the most successful thing for alcoholism is literally out of en masse statistically is believing in there's a God.
Well, fact is, it's also if that was a more pushed thing for them, and then say in these anonymous groups that was something that was suggested to them as an like that would also give them the sense that there's someone watching them at all times.
Right? And so then
Right?
if
But
that
not
comes
only
to
that,
it,
not only that, but they also know exactly what they're fucking thinking to some
Mm,
degree too.
absolutely.
You can't escape from it. All you can do is just do your best to do the right thing.
Yep.
Which is the only fucking
way you can.
The
It's
only
the
way
only
we can solve it.
solution out of all the. Yeah, absolutely.
Because what's the alternative?
Yeah.
All right, we line people up and say you attracted to minor persons at any
just
time.
shoot them or
Like,
something, right?
shoot them, put them in prison, and pay for it. Like,
Yeah.
what's the alternative?
Yeah.
You need to provide some sort of fucking
They-
motive for these people to go down the right route.
and that's why forgiveness is amazing, my Christian friends.
I don't forgive
But-
them if they've committed
yeah,
it.
yeah,
though.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
they've
fair.
acted on it, it's
Fair.
different.
But the power of actually still thinking that they can be a better person through that sin is almost an
So I don't even
a
think you're a bad
subset-
person. I just think you've had fucked up thoughts.
Yeah,
I just think
absolutely.
your brain works a certain
If
way.
you haven't
and if
acted
you're
upon them, right?
and if you're honest enough to turn around and say, "I've had those thoughts," then like, how could you possibly be a bad person?
Mm.
Like
'Cause
you
we
can
all have
literally
just had
pick
bad-
out. You can literally pick out the bad morality in your own fucking completely fucking
Mm.
non-controllable thoughts.
Yeah.
In your own subconscious mind, you can pick out the bad morality. How could you be a bad person?
Yeah.
I feel like if we gave these people a better chance in this way or tried to look at it like this, and again, you've committed, you've done something, sorry, no, done, that's it, no, you're off to jail.
Yeah.
If you're the type that thinks you like this or this type of person, how about we introduce this field and then the police already know who they are? Like everything's already covered.
Already
They're
there, yeah,
not
they
living
know what's
around
going on
children and
here.
everything. But
Mhm.
it's fine. Everyone can still get along with their thing. They've got their fucking battle to fight, and the rest of us are safe.
Yep.
Instead of them feeling like if as soon as they come out, everyone's going to jump on them, which they will, and which they should once they do something.
Yeah, exactly right. I agree with
they're
you
going to
there.
do something because they're going to say fuck it.
Mm.
Well, at least some of them, and that's what happens.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to try different things.
Different thing. Yeah.
I think that would work.
Absolutely. No, I agree with you. Let's get into this. We'll get into this short that we're gonna show a couple of shorts that we're about to get into.
We'll get to.
I have to put a couple of dollars in the swear jar. Thank you for saying that, Davey. For Kamala's 2028 campaign. Let's go, guys.
Yeah,
It's going to. I fall short. So this is going to fill up.
Maybe you should fund
But I'm getting better.
Maybe you should fund Albo's hate speech campaign.
Oh, I should.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That will just make me literally rip off my mouth. Miles would do that. I'll just not have a.
Donate all this money that I was hate speeching and made during hate speeching.
Yeah, and it's like me ripping out my voice box. I'm a mute now. That's what I'm like working towards being a mute.
Oh,
right?
That'd be great.
Unreal.
That'd be great.
All right. So we've got this one here. Let's get into it, eh? There we go. Oh.
Keep on raising awareness and like slaying. Like I hope that like we reach more equity soon.
We actually have a equity commitment form. You can actually give up your spot at university for a member of the Tongva tribe. Is this something that you'd be willing to do for this underrepresented, underprivileged community?
Honestly, no, but I hope somebody else does. That's great.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
Wow.
Welcome to socialism.
Wow.
I'm also a part of marginalized groups that have been historically oppressed, and it's like, keep on raising awareness.
Welcome to the hole in your logic, my friend.
Oh, so
wow.
good.
That's insane.
So good.
I like when those scripts.
It's just like the Billie Eilish thing, right? We were talking about this earlier. So Billie Eilish wants to jump in on the whole Australia and like, taking stolen land thing and everything. So a law firm has literally already written it up and offered Billie Eilish the opportunity to give back her estate, her property, back to the fucking native tribe of that land.
Unreal.
Has already offered to represent them in court and to sign it all off and everything.
Live by your values, right?
And she just will not respond.
Are you just a virtue signaling? Just stay in your lane.
It's so funny.
Billie Eilish, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Just stay in your lane. Do your music. People love that. Some people don't. Whatever. But just you doing that, you've probably got less followers a lot by that just speech alone. I promise you. I promise we could fact check that. We could have a look at that maybe next episode tomorrow.
We'll
just
just
to see if I'm wrong.
We'll just ask Dax.
Yeah, ask
Dax.
Dax. Yeah, that's it.
He's got it.
Yeah.
And what's this other one we've got? This one's good, I think.
All right.
Oh God, old people. Some of them.
Here we go, guys.
A fascist?
No, I'm not.
What are you with?
I'm a James Klug on YouTube.
Who's that?
That's me.
James Klug? How do you spell it?
KLUG.
Do you have any credentials?
No, I don't have. Well, I'm a YouTuber.
But you're not one of the MAGAs?
MAGAs? I did vote for Donald Trump.
Oh, you. All right, we've got some MAGAs. MAGAs out of court, then.
Hold on one second. What was that?
I don't want to contribute to your site, and if I see it, my son-in-law, who's an attorney, will be contacting you. So I did not.
That's not how the First Amendment works, ma'am.
Oh, really?
Yes,
so now you're citing amendments?
Well, there's no expectation of privacy in a public setting.
Oh, okay. Well, my son-in-law's an attorney, so he'll be here.
Do you have any restrictions on your body? By law? Do you have any laws on your body?
Do you?
Yes.
What's that?
I can't. Well, I'm too old to get pregnant now, but I did. Certainly, I did not have choice when I was a young woman.
Again, it's in your body. It's not your body. If it was your body, you would be the one getting aborted. Yes, sir. Actually, hey, stand up, fight back! What organization are you guys with? Do you mind if I ask?
Dude, perfect.
Stand up, fight back! Right on, man. Thanks for your time. Stand up, fight back! You got it. Is it indivisible? Stand up, fight back!
Amazing.
What? Get the off campus!
Why are you so angry?
Because you're a
idiot.
Why can't you have a dialogue?
There's a lot of loving, kind-hearted people here.
Like you?
I don't get to talk to pieces of
Are you loving and kind-hearted?
Property, film the you guys. You're a very nice young man. We appreciate you.
When that fucking fetus is born,
No need to
then
swear.
all you want to do
No need to
is
swear.
no education, no health care, no help for the mother.
No
Don't
education.
get a vasectomy.
Give us one argument.
Shut up. You're all
us one good argument.
No, shut the up.
One.
I don't want to argue with
Just
you.
name
I don't
one.
want to change your mind.
Die, you rednecks. Why don't you quit being such a waste of oxygen?
Whoa.
Trump, first of all, lied about taking out only the
Deportations.
worst of the immigrants that are in this country undocumented. And what we're seeing now on a daily basis is an escalation to the tune that nobody could have imagined, notwithstanding his promises to rid
Except
the
for the
country.
people that voted for the largest mass deportation effort in American history.
No, they didn't vote for this. You're
Yes,
telling
they-
me the Republicans that put in their votes for Trump expected this?
Yeah, they were very transparent about running on mass deportations. In fact, what you said about them only going after criminals, that's not true. They actually said worst first. So their primary focus would be on the worst first. But it's hard to find them.
How do you justify what they're doing now? They're behaving like thugs in the streets.
Taking
They're
illegal immigrants
unprincipled-
out of our country?
The way they're doing it is unprincipled.
Deporting is not a pretty
ICE
sight,
is
sir.
not a police force. They don't have the right to do what they're doing.
They have every right to do what
No,
they're
they
doing. It's
do
literally
not.
their job.
Any men who have a uterus could menstruate.
A man has XY. I'm sorry, I'm being so rude. I apologize. But you're incorrect. Because we're talking about anatomy, biology. Like if you were to have surgery, they need to know what sex you are. So women. That's why you wait on.
No, I said I was crossing at the next line.
This is very serious what's going on in America. They're indoctrinating students to go against their parents. And this is Marxism, this is socialism. I'm very familiar with it. And I want everybody to educate themselves.
Fucking smart woman.
Yeah, she is.
How you doing, sir? What was that?
These are just plays now. Fucking smart woman.
Wow.
That was hilarious. You know why she crossed the road?
Yeah.
Because it was a black woman with a funky haircut. There
Oh.
was no way that she
That-
could possibly
yeah.
frame her as some type of fucking. What's the word? What's the thing? It's a What do they call people who come to Australia? Or even though it's you're a.
What, illegal alien? No.
No, I'm colonizer.
Oh, right.
They can't frame you as a colonizer.
Right, yeah.
Because you're a black woman with a funky haircut.
Yeah.
Then they won't argue with you.
Mm.
See, oh fuck.
It's
This,
like
this is the only reason
blending.
I'm tanning. It's so that I go back more to my Aboriginal traits. So that these
Yeah.
people will just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. They'll just go, oh yeah, like he's for the land.
Maybe that's where I'm fucking up actually. Maybe what I need to do is get super pasty and like dye my hair blonde and wear like blue contacts and just look like Aryan as fuck. And then maybe
That's
these
almost
people
me
will
back
debate
in my
with me.
woke days. It's almost me back
Yeah,
in
you're
my
pretty
woke days.
Aryan looking, bro.
Yeah, yeah, very like, dude. I had like the blonde hair. It was close.
You know, so
I don't know what Aryan actually looks like, but
Aryans are basically the race that Hitler designed himself. So it was pretty much you had to be a certain
oh
few traits
right,
to be
oh
Aryan.
yeah, that's
You had to
right.
be
It was
white.
the
You had
blue
to be
eyes.
male.
Yeah.
No, it was blue eyes and blonde hair was actually just like that was a random thing brought up. There was specific things that you needed to be Aryan.
Yeah,
You had to be a man, obviously. You had to be proud of being a man. You had to be white, or at least not like, like fucking like deeply of African descent or something like that was the idea.
Mm.
And even then it was funny because apparently they made fucking exceptions and stuff. I don't know. They're still weirdos. Anyway, you had to be a man, you had to be competent, and you had to be completely like confident in like who you are and what you are. That was the whole idea. You had to be a very confident person. You
Wow.
couldn't be considered Aryan. Like if the Nazis went up to you and they were like, "Oh, you could be Jewish, but you look Aryan," like you weren't considered Aryan unless you went, "Well, fucking do what you want, mate." Like I'm not telling you, like you had to be like stand up and strong and brave and everything, or they wouldn't even consider you technically Aryan.
Wow.
Like it was a whole thing. And anything that wasn't Aryan was considered Ubermensch, which
Wow,
was
what a
like
word.
a defective man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, so a lot of them I know it sounds
Yeah,
bad.
you had to be fit too as part of like the whole like demographic. You couldn't be
So a
like
lot
you
of them
couldn't
on
be
the
overweight or like decrepit or anything. You had to be healthy. You had to have no illnesses. Yeah, and you had to be confident and competent and a
True.
man.
So yeah, you know what? Yeah, it wouldn't fit the left too well as well because it's like a lot of
But
what they praise is
a fascist isn't Nazi. That's the
Mm.
thing. There's a big difference. Like the Nazis used many other different things other than like they used lots of different political standpoints. They didn't just use fascism. This is the
Hey,
thing. People are too stupid. They correlate fascism with Nazism
Yeah.
instantly. And Nazism specifically is the belief that the Aryan race is better than the Ubermensch race and that the Ubermensch should be killed and that the Aryan race should win. It's a lot about eugenics.
Yeah.
So what it is, it's like if you're defective, if you have diseases and you're fucked up, don't breed.
Mm.
It's you. That's what eugenics is.
Yeah, right.
Eugenics is the idea that it's like people like to make out like it's all like selective breeding and it's a race thing. And that what eugenics is the fundamental belief that a lot of the diseases and stuff that we have now are from people like a large portion of society being people with illnesses and like all sorts of health defects and stuff being a large portion of the the new population constantly growing. And that's very different to how it was very long ago. Now, that like the reason that's a whole thing is because it's a studied field and everything is because there's some truth to it. It's like, it's as simple as the truth is as simple as this. Like I said, some truth, but the truth is as simple as this. If everyone that had like say you considered some type of like trait a defect.
Yeah.
Like, black hair.
Mm.
If everyone with black hair stopped making babies, there'd be no more people with black hair. That's what eugenics is.
Yeah, it's what yeah.
That's the basic whole scientific thing that's like
Yeah.
this is what happens with breeding. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, it's just the truth of what happens when that happens.
Yeah, it's
right?
some people use eugenics falsely to try and make like claims that like, Africans are dumber and this and that and all the rest of it. And there's differences between that. Some people make wild, drastic claims that like Africans are just lower in IQ than Westerners and this and such. Now, claims when you look at specific tribes of inbred people have lower IQ. Inbreeding leads to lower IQ, and this is the case. But there is no scientific evidence to face towards that specifically because your racial background is that of some type of race on planet Earth that we have now means that you are dictated drastically towards a certain IQ range. And we have proof of that because we have geniuses of all different races from around the world.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
and we have idiots from races all around the world. So that's just clear. What is different is that if you have some type of like background of health defects of low IQ in your personal family tree history of inbreeding of any of these things, it's going to affect your IQ.
Yeah.
So
It'll
it's
make it
just
worse
like
for
it's so
society,
simple.
right?
It's just like but it's the same thing. It's just trolls and idiots being like, "Oh, black people are dumb," because like a lot of black people from Africa unfortunately come out of like inbred tribes or such and such, and a lot of the higher IQ people in Africa move to America or they move to another country where they can do better. They're high enough IQ to do so,
Yeah.
and it's a very very poor country in Africa, so they do this. So what's left in Africa a lot of the time, unfortunately, is the lower IQ individuals. That's just a fact.
Yeah, because you have an
They're
area.
not bad people. They're
Yeah,
not like
no,
super
no.
stupid or anything
No,
like
no,
that.
no.
It's just like the super smart people. Fuck off.
Yeah. It is true.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's you see a lot like even Elon Musk, right?
Yep.
Perfect example.
So an example of like a eugenics theory and a study on that would be like an example is if you did this and you did it in a very like you put it in like a compact ratio of literally like say you have this country that does really bad and there's 1,000 people in there and there's 100 smart people and everyone makes kids but then the 100 smart people don't have kids in that place and they all have kids somewhere else. Well, the lower IQ people are going to keep having kids, and that's
Exactly.
going to funnel
Yeah.
down. There's less of the higher IQ people mixed in.
Mm.
Now you get mutations, and people off-take and do these things. But typically, higher IQ people hand down higher IQ traits. They're kids.
Mm.
This just happens.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with race.
Mm.
Has everything to do with family tree.
Yeah,
Now, yes,
yeah.
your family tree has something to do with race because obviously everybody has a race in your family tree.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it wouldn't matter what color your skin was or what
Aye.
country it was. It's that person's genes, their
Genes,
genetics,
exactly
their
right,
DNA
yeah.
that made the difference.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm.
So people that try and tell you eugenics is racist are just fucking stupid.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. Well, that's that's a slam down. That's a slam dunk, bro.
It's
I agree.
pretty simple. You can just
That makes sense with eugenics. I believe, like from what you've told me, it makes absolute. Like I've heard of eugenics before.
yeah. And that's the difference between,
And-
and that's also back to the original point. Is there's a difference then between fascism and Nazism. Nazism
yeah.
is the pure belief that the Aryan race should win, and the Aryan race is what's dictated by Adolf Hitler. He made this listing up of people and built this fucking political alignment himself personally. So Nazism is really like it's in favor. It's in favor of what Hitler's makeup was. That isn't fascism. That's very different. Now, Nazism, you could consider they use fascist tactics just fundamentally because they're willing just to kill people that they don't consider of their standing, what they consider to be Aryan. And there's no real proof that makes you Aryan. Someone gets to subjectively decide.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So you could say that is fascist in degree, but that's again, it's different. That's not. They also used other political alignments and things like like militarism is a political alignment. Okay, that is the same as like conservatism or socialism. Militarism is a thing, and they also use militarism, and militarism is not fascist.
Yeah,
it's a different thing.
It's a different thing.
It's
Yeah.
a whole different thing to fascism or Nazism again. Nazism is its own fucking thing. People
Subsect,
constantly be like, "You're a fucking Nazi." You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Literally, when people spit those words, they don't truly know the full meanings and abrasiveness of what, even just clear understanding of what
Yeah.
Nazism is.
I wouldn't fit the bill because they didn't have blood testings for me. They didn't have blood testing at the time. They would have seen my big nose and curly hair and went, "You're a fucking Jew." You know what? I wouldn't have been considered Aryan. I would have been killed by the Nazis. If I'm not considered Aryan
And you still-
objectively
Yeah.
by the code, how could I be a Nazi?
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Bingo.
Retards.
Yeah. Well, should we tee it off right there? That's a good slam dunk moment. Double dam, wombo combo slam dunk, bro.
Extra womby bomby.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do us, I think.
Yeah,
Well, thank
absolutely.
you for being here. This was a bit of a fuck around, pretty loose show.
Yeah, we're gonna actually restream soon, aren't we?
We'll be back on tomorrow probably. Oh, we're gonna restream soon actually. We'll do
Yeah.
some Wukong.
Yeah,
we'll be back
I'll
on for
be
gaming.
spectating Jax this time. So this will be a bit of a different stream if you want to tune in, if you want to fall asleep to the sound of our voice playing video games. We'll be there, right? Yeah, too easy, guys. Thanks
Wanna do
heaps
this
for.
one?
Oh yeah, we'll go. Is there? What is it? So, Jack said, if you ain't white, you ain't right. Oh, dude. Dude.
I refer to the disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
Yeah, the viewers or anyway, you can tune back to that. Then
Hey,
what?
I'm red. Where do I fit?
And Jack also said, then why is there black development in Africa beast SIDS South? SIDS South? I've lost my brain there.
you got us confused with that one. But
Yeah, but love your effort. Jack also said, is there no?
What are you doing? What are you on about, cunt?
Is there no? And then he said, whites are better. Wow, dude, just
Hey, my headphones are way better than Duffy's. I agree with you. My headphones are much cooler than Duffy's. They
yeah,
work better, they're
yeah.
fresher.
I like where
totally
you
agree.
segued that. I do like the white headphones compared to my yeah. That's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, my hat is much cooler than my last one. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't want any other color on my vanilla milkshake other than like kind of white, right? So that's why like I like that because I prefer a vanilla milkshake. Does that make me racist? I bet you someone could find a racist connotation with that, knowing that like Sydney Sweeney said that her jeans are blue with her eyes or whatever it was.
You know what I'm waiting for? I need someone that's like, oh nah, my eyes, I got something weird in the cornea, so I can't really see big differentiations of light, like in, you know, dark and light, but I can still see colours because I still got all my fucking little coney thingies.
Yeah.
So I actually can't see black and white. I just see colour.
Yeah, and you're just like, whoa. Yeah, right, literally.
Pretty sure all you fuckers are purple and you just don't know it.
Yeah. He goes, they came, instead of they came out of the blue, they came out of the purple. It's like, dude.
Yeah. Need someone,
he's like, I'm seeing orange
need
right
that
now. And you're like, no,
person-
it's red.
Yeah, you need that person to go to China and be like, it's like a rainbow. They're all different colours. And people are like, fucking what?
Yeah.
They're like, they all look so different.
Oh,
They all have
man.
different hues. It's like a fucking colour spectrum.
Yeah.
So how could you not tell them all apart?
Yeah. That's another point to drive home, bro.
We need that profit.
Mm,
Send
we
us
do.
that one, God.
Yeah. Davey said, catch your fellas. He also said, he's
Wow.
blind, fellas. So thank you for being the voice of Jack. So I can be the voice of what's happening down that road. Good on you, Jack. Much love. I hope you're having a swell time.
God, he's staring at the pot. He's staring at the pot.
Love your work ethic.
I refer to my recent disclaimer, or my early
Right.
disclaimer at the start of the show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Drink
no,
responsibly, guys. I'm sure
Yeah, drink responsibly.
Jack is.
Yeah.
I'm
I think,
sure.
I think
surely.
I made it pretty clear what I think about eugenics. I think I made that
You
very,
did.
very clear. I am a mix of all sorts of fucking genes, and it is
You are.
just a randomized thing that I came
You're like a
out how I
Skittles
am.
packet.
Yeah, and look, I'm red. Like, I have a fucking unusual skin color. I look like an American Indian. Like, I don't, and yeah,
I could see that.
I mean, the fucking smartest woman I've seen on a reel in ages was fucking darker than ever just before. Like, again, it doesn't
It doesn't
impact.
matter. Yeah, it doesn't impact.
Your
the
family
genetic things.
tree does.
Yeah, absolutely. That's simple.
The color of your skin doesn't.
Yeah.
That's all
That's-
there is to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How smart was mum and dad? Not what color were they.
Yeah,
That's
hey,
what matters.
That's exactly right. The how well you can do towards what society you can give society, or
and even then, it's
an
not
office-
always how smart were mum and dad. Because to be fair,
Oh yeah.
we
We're-
get mutations.
Well, we we do.
All that red label fucking mum was down, and when I was fucking in her belly, clearly caused some type of mutation over here. Because
We'll find a cure, Jax.
oh look, my dad's smart in his own ways. We're smart in different ways. So I don't know where this side came from. And my mum's about as fucking she's dumb as a bag of fucking rocks.
If the people knew the backstory, they would understand, right?
Yeah.
But we can get into that
It's pretty gnarly.
another
but
time, maybe,
yeah.
perhaps. Whatever Jax depends on what he wants to do. But
Intellect does not run in my family, and it still doesn't. Apparently, I just have common sense.
Oh yeah, that's all you need. Well,
Common sense and
Common
pattern
sense.
recognition.
yeah, good pattern recognition.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Easy shit.
yeah.
Thanks for being here. This
Yeah.
is the Deadset Show.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Much love.
Mwah.